If you want more evidence that CDPR is very, very far away from ceasing work on Cyberpunk 2077, look no further than their career page, where they are currently hiring over 60 different roles tagged as being for Cyberpunk 2077, as pointed out to me by a Reddit thread. The massive list of jobs is loaded mostly with animation roles needed, 22 in total, ranging from cinematic to gameplay to level animators, implying that these positions are not necessarily about fixing the game in its current state, but instead adding new content to it, the mysterious pair of paid. By this point in The Witcher 3's life cycle, it had already released Hearts of Stone, and Blood and Wine was about 1 year after the game debuted, and we're approaching that in under 2 months now for Cyberpunk, and things are clearly off schedule. The game also has to finish up putting out the rest of its promise-free, small, DLC in its next-gen console versions, which seem like they may not arrive until 2022. There's also the persistent rumor that CDPR is planning to make some sort of multiplayer component for Cyberpunk 2077, as data has been found in the files suggesting as much, and a standalone game that was meant to be based around multiplayer was cancelled. But we know even less about this idea than we do the DLCs. The only thing we can guess is that CDPR wants to capture some of that Rockstar GTA Online magic and revenue, if they can. I'd be open to it, if it was handled correctly, but I just don't know how flexible the current game would be to insert some sort of multiplayer component in there. With CDPR refusing to talk about any upcoming content, it's hard to know what's coming and when it might arrive. My current best guess, the first time I can see there being a major narrative turnaround regarding Cyberpunk 2077 is if the next-gen versions deliver a fixed version of the game that runs close to PC parity, which can be very gorgeous with the right hardware. If that doesn't work, then the next logical point would be the launch of the first expansion, which, if it is on the level of something like Hearts of Stone, could change some people's minds about the game, in addition to the other fixes that have been made.